Right. Hey guys, this is Maurice from Superhuman Soul. I'm going to demonstrate today is a very simple but effective exercise that a lot of people do in their training, in classes, all over the place, all over the world, internationally known as the plank. Okay, so what the plank is, it's an isometric hold, and what it's designed to do is to promote spinal stability, core stability, and activation. Okay, and it seems like it's really not much, but there's a lot going on in the plank when you're doing your best to stabilize yourself. Okay, so without further ado, let me get down here and show you. Okay, so we're down here. Now, the instructions are very easy. You drop down to your forearms and on your toes, and you hold yourself like this. Okay, now what is happening here is that my shirt is kind of baggy, so I'm going to tuck my shirt inside so that way you can see my body from the side and see the different positions that you may see that's common in this hold that you might even do yourself. All right, so here comes a bright little light on you, and you know who you are. So positions of the plank you will see up here. All right, now the thing about that positioning there is that it can still work, but it can put a lot of pressure on your shoulders. Okay. That position up there is for people who actually have some back issues or other issues like that, and that's a modification for them. Okay. Another modification is taking it on your knees as if you're doing a modified push up, except you're right here. So what you have now is your hips are still lining up, your knees are just in the air, and you're holding yourself just like this. You'll get it. It might take a little longer for it to engage, but you'll have it there. Okay. So those are the modified positions. Now let's go into some other positions you might see. People are down here way too low. Like I'm in the plank right now. No, right now what you're doing, you're putting a lot of pressure on your shoulders and your lower back. So you're pretty much in like like low back extension, just hovering above the ground. That is no good, not at all. You might as well lay all the way down, go into Sphinx pose or into a cobra, because that's essentially what you're doing, or an up dog or something like that. So you want to come from down here and bring it up maybe 1 to 3 inches, and that's where you want to be. Now, even though you're up here and you're in the plank, think about the shoulders. You want to kind of protract the shoulders a little bit and then retract them a little something, like maybe like about 2 inches there. And then that's where you hold it. Okay. And so that way you're taking the pressure off your shoulders, right? And it's all into your core right there. Your hands, right? While you're in the plank position, your hands could either be facing down like this. So this is the wall right here. This is the floor right here. Hands can be down, or hands will be here. When you turn your hands here, you open your shoulder joint up and it gives you a little bit more range of motion to do that protraction right here and the retraction. So that little bit of movement right there. Okay. And you're going to hold yourself right there in this position. So holding the plank there will take a lot of pressure off your anterior deltoid. All right. Your acromion process, which is the bony part of your shoulder girdle here. And it keeps it safe. Okay. Sometimes you'll see like you'll get uncomfortable in the plank position and then you'll rotate to the side. I'd rather you just drop down into a floor and drop your knees down and reset than to twist off to the side, because at that point you're gonna start doing more work towards your shoulders than your core. So and if you go to the side plank is a whole different movement in itself. It's a whole different isometric hold. It does encompass all the other muscles, but it still is one of those things that you don't want to focus on as you're going to the side, because then your feet come into play, all that other wonderful stuff there. So that was a quick breakdown of the plank. Very basic exercise that you can utilize effectively. Practice time of doing that maybe 1 minute. We in class we go up to 4 to 5 minutes, and you just build up from there. And the stronger your plank is, the stronger everything else becomes. All right. So um, take it, utilize it, make it yours, and may it add to your elevation in a special way.